awareness deconstructing consciousness. I wanted to do a follow-up on this whole area of resting in a constant state of paradise and living in a state of opulence. As we deconstruct consciousness, what becomes ever present in the unfoldment as awareness is that the awareness that is you and I has been taken by the power control force, and they've created a phantom world or reflection of awareness. That is, awareness is the creator of this universe, of this earth system in which we have our life experience. It is awareness that the power control force use in order to create their paradise. The power control force are mirroring awareness in its paradise state and creating a manifested universe, a physical world that reflects awareness's paradise state in matter. And this is how the power control force are able to manipulate your awareness and my awareness to believing that this physical world and this universe are real and the reality of the expression of awareness. It's a mirror reflection of one aspect or potential probability of manifestation of awareness, which is the ultimate reality. And so as I was reflecting this morning on the awareness that I am and why is there a desire to manifest a harmonic lattice work that encompasses a utopia, that encompasses resting in a paradise state, living in a state of opulence. It's this harmonic lattice work which is being created through my awareness that is reflecting my awareness and creating a virtual reality construct in which my awareness can express itself and experience that which it is as awareness in physical form. Therefore, it must express and experience itself through that which it is, that is awareness. So my awareness is, as I know awareness, rests in a constant state of paradise and is to live in a state of opulence. And so if I know this to be the truth of awareness, then that must be reflected in my life experience in physical form. It's the only absolute probability that I can even comprehend now. And if many of you were to look at where I live, I'm sitting outside on my deck, and as I look around me, all I experience here is nature. It's all trees, and I have a beautiful landscape and mountains around me, and I'm sure you can hear the birds in the background, but my life is actually reflecting a paradise state. I am living in a state of opulence. My external reflective is reflecting that which I am as awareness. So now I have a deeper comprehension, a deeper understanding of why I've created an environment which reflects to me that which I am. I'm living and experiencing my paradise state in physical form. I live that expression. And so as I come more and more deeper into the knowing and the awareness that I am, what I've come to realize is that if we believe that we know who we are as awareness, but we are still living in poverty consciousness, then we are still caught in duality, because poverty consciousness is not a concept of awareness. It doesn't exist in any aspect of awareness. Poverty does not exist. Poverty consciousness does not exist in any of the minds of the power control force, those that presume to run this world. It is a concept or a construct that they have developed in order to make sure that humanity exists within this concept of poverty consciousness, or the idea that they could lose whatever it is that they have attained from a materialistic standpoint. And by manipulating your awareness into this dualistic system, poverty consciousness keeps humanity at a low vibration of consciousness, whereby circumventing any inclination to come to know self as awareness, believing that those in power are the only ones to live in opulence, and yet opulence is your natural state of being, and they are denying you from obtaining that in this physical dimension. Now they created an environment where you could attain that which you desire within this system to the level in which you have been programmed within this system. And so they create this idea of free will that you can create within this system of consciousness, but then you are still creating for them. Power control force, you're creating their dream for them because you learn skills and you work in jobs that support their agenda so that you can get some money in return and go out and buy things, reflect your worth within this system of consciousness in which you have learned skills which allow you to utilize your creative potential, albeit a very small portion of your creative potential in this system of consciousness, never really being in a position to acquire opulence, because if you were to acquire opulence, that would be a very high vibration or frequency. It would actually be you in a position to create worlds. And the power control force don't want you to be creating your own world. They only want you to serve the dream that's being created for you. Fascinating stuff. And so as I just rest as awareness in this area, which is, I kind of always thought it was the heart, but it's the bliss sheath. It's this portal between the heart, between the breast template. Right underneath the breast template, there's this portal. Maybe it's a portion of the ventricle of the heart. I'm not sure. But it's not where the heart is. It's right next to the heart. And it's like a vortex. And what happens for me is it becomes tighter and tighter, to the point where I really experience the physical being that is me becoming a receiver of awareness. And with the brain becomes the transmitter, the converter of the receiver of awareness through physical form. The awareness that is experiencing physicality uses this construct of consciousness, this unified field of consciousness, and manipulates this unified field of consciousness through this bliss sheath, through the physical vehicle in which the awareness that is me has its experience. And then I use this unified field of consciousness to develop new constructs or virtual reality constructs that is more in alignment with the truth of who I am. And then I create within these constructs the world that is reflective of who and what I am as awareness, which supersedes the physical dream world that I've grown up into. So as I embody and experience more and more awareness, the physical dream of third dimension dissolves itself. It can no longer sustain itself as I come to know self as awareness and increase my frequency in which I can create and manifest instantaneously in this virtual reality construct that is forming a harmonic latticework within my physical being, whereby allowing me only manifest and create that which is at the frequency of which I am now experiencing self as awareness through physical form. And so the only thing that can reflect the awareness that I am in physical form is opulence, that I am to live in a state of opulence because I'm vibrating at such a high frequency. So we'll have to see how that manifests in my life. It certainly has opened up many, many doors. And what comes to mind very prominently is the power that I wield as awareness is so palpable, is so profound. And I can understand and understand why the power control force are working tirelessly to keep this knowledge, to keep the knowing of that which you are as awareness from you. They do not want you to be creating your own world, your own reality, expressing as awareness through your own uniqueness. Because then this physical world truly does end and it dissolves itself. So it truly is a glorious time to be here. I just wanted to take a few moments to share this with you because this is what is unfolding in my reality construct as I deconstruct consciousness, and while simultaneously reconstructing consciousness and creating a virtual reality frame upon which I am creating a new world, upon which I will live in, and I will invite people to engage in the world that I am creating. I thank you so much for tuning in. It truly is a glorious time to be here. Embrace the awareness that is you. It's what you have been waiting for. And if there ever was a time to come to know self as awareness and experience your paradise state and live in a state of opulence, it is now. And this is not about denying what is reflecting in the physical world system. It's about coming to the truth of what's happening in the physical world system and transcending that reality construct that's being spoon-fed to you and reclaiming your power as awareness. Create a world in which you choose to create. Take care.